2 planes passed behind the Comcast building, which is the tallest building back there, a couple blocks up, like a block and a half up. So sometimes it can seem like aircraft fly low, lower than I thought they could, considering it's a city with high-rise buildings, but it happens all the time, so I don't know what their flight patterns and clearances or whatever you call it, but the camera can't pick them up because they're too far away. Like, in person, things look a lot bigger. There goes a third one. Right. So okay, so it's the end of a week where when a lot of people probably had vacation. So there's probably a lot of people flying back to Philadelphia if they fled the city for, since last Thursday or Friday, or just for the week. A lot of people take that vacation the week after Independence Day, or, sort of coupled in with Independence Day. So a lot of flying today, it seems, already on a Sunday morning. And east, coming in east during this morning hour. It's between 7, it might be right around 7 a.m. So, I'm trying to think when the first flights go out. It's like some people are at the airport at like 5 a.m. and, expecting their flights to go out. So I guess they're getting the party started early here. I guess that's a Sunday. That's a high travel day in general. Just I feel so good for a second. We're across from Chase. Signage for the Lego Man, Art of the Brick, Franklin Institute, and this empty corner bakery. It's no longer a corner bakery. Thinking of buying bird food. I love feeding the birds, but I am saving myself for Tom Selleck. I am 7302 on the Navy Yard number 17 bus. Wow, it couldn't be better. That's 7 Delawareans. I'm on 17th Street, and I just looked up the Navy Yard last night because the Navy Yard is at the southernmost end of Broad Street. And I looked it up because there's an event that's going to be held there. I think it's in August, right after the White Party. So like August 16th or 17th. I have to look it up again. Called Vegan Dale. I don't know why it has Dale. I looked up Dale because other than it being a name, in fact, I have a kind of a friend named Dale. But it's actually Old English, Irish, from the Norse family, if you will. It's a very long lineage of, English, Irish type people, and N-O-R-S-E. But it actually means valley, and typically there'd be like water running through that deep valley between mountains, and that's what a dale is. Interestingly, my dad and stepmom in their retirement lived in a housing development called Riverdale. So they got to live on a canal in their older age. I guess, everything must have worked out financially. I was worried, I always felt guilty that, well, not guilty, but I don't know, there's a lot of like stuff put on kids because people pay alimony or this, that, and the other when there is a divorce. Meanwhile, you have a single mom who can barely, who's like in shock and sadness, and has to make a living as a secretary on a very low, I just saw a dead spotted lanternfly at Go Joe. Anyway, the spotted lanternfly still shows up every once in a while, a little tangent there, but I digress. So anyway, mom had to hurry up and find a new job. She actually met my dad working many years, before the divorce, but Anyway, she had to work as a secretary for Delaware contractors, and she was very grateful to have the job because of the divorce, you know, and stayed there until she retired many years later. But it wasn't like a type of job where you could save for retirement, like you just sort of made ends meet. She was afraid to leave that job because, you know, she felt comfortable there.